Good morning and welcome to Something Saturday. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just make sure that's all good. There we go. So if Leanne is watching this, you will recognise this card. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So Leanne is one of my downline and she sent me this card the other day. It uses some of the new papers, which are, I think they're called Orange Blossom. I'll put it in the comments anyway. I just thought it's so pretty. So I loved the way that it's laid out. And as I was thinking about it, I thought, ooh, wouldn't it be brilliant if you could just create two cards out of one cut? In a sort of, it's not just one cut, obviously, because there's two slices in there. But I just thought we would have a go at that today and see how it turns out. And if it doesn't turn out, you won't be watching this video. All right. Enter the colours that I've chosen to play with. So I thought I would go with this gorgeous Meandering Meadows paper, and two of the colours that go with it are the Melon Mambo and the Lemon Lime Twist. And I thought, you know, they go well with both of these. So what I want to do is actually use the Lemon Lime Twist underneath and then have this as maybe my base card. We'll see how we go with it. All right. What I want to do first of all, though, is I'm actually going to cut these down and I'm going to cut them together so that I end up with identical pieces. Enter the cutter. Not that one. Let me just bring up my other cutter. There is a difference. Might seem weird, but there is. Okay, so the difference is when you purchase the cutter, it actually comes with inches, which I'm a centimetres person. So then you can actually purchase an arm like this, that you can then put the arm with centimetres onto it instead of inches. I kind of wish they did it the other way round for countries that inches are not the regular thing. But having said that, some people in this country still prefer inches as well. Anyway, I'm not one of them. Except for DSP. And not in this case either. That's so funny. Okay, I amuse myself sometimes. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut this down to 13.8 by 9.5. So I'm just wondering if I was to cut it down to 9.5. I just want to... No, you know, I actually do want this part more in the middle. So let's see what 9.5 looks like there. I think I prefer that. So I'm going to keep that. And actually, I'm going to cut these separately until I get to the diagonals now, because I just want to make sure that they're going to have what I want in them. And then what did I say? 13.8. So it's actually a centimetre shorter than a normal... Oh, how do I feel about the sky? I'm going to be really weird and cut it like this. So 13.8. Because I actually don't want too much sky and I don't want heaps of underneath bit either, if that makes sense. Oh. So 9.5. I'm quite happy with where that one's going to sit. That'll look nice. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one as well. I'm going to cut a bit off the top and a bit off the bottom to bring it down to the 13.8. There we go. All right, I promise there is a method in my madness and hopefully it works, because as previously said, if it doesn't work, then you won't be seeing it anyway. All right, so what you then want to do is you want to take it so that you end up with a block at the corner there, and it only comes to here. I don't know what it would be like if it came to there and did the same thing. Might still work, I'm not sure, but for the sake of argument and the sake of the fact that I haven't actually played around with it, we are going to go with this. So therefore, I'm going to go from about there and down to about there. It is rough, and I don't think you have to be precise with it. I could be completely wrong, and Lee Allen might be going, "Oh, Heather, you're stuffing it up completely." I doubt it, but you know, hey. So then I'm going to leave a chunk in the corner there, and I'm just going to cut off that. So now I have those pieces, which is what I want. And I'm going to set those to one side. And then, because I want it to sit on this one, I'm going to cut this so it is a little bit shorter, I think I decided on. So 14.8 by 10.5. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just cut it to what I had worked out. 10.5. Okay. That doesn't seem right. Oh, no, it does. No, that's right. I remember why. Okay, good. All right. So, yes, 10.5, 14.8, which is the size of the front of an A5 card. So then what we're going to do is we're going to swap it round like this. So that is what we're going to end up with. But we're not at the moment, because what we're going to do is we're going to stick these pieces down onto here and then trim them off. Pretty sure I did it this way. Oh, no. No, I lied. I'm going to do it this way. And that one will sit there. That's right, because then you cut down the lines in between. Excellent. I know what I'm doing here. Do I sound convinced? Hope so. All right, so let's just add a bit of glue. And look, I even managed to remember to use my glue mat. I'm getting good at this. There we go. One down. And so you'll notice that I'm sticking these ones right to the very edge. So there is a reason behind that. And let's just use up that bit of glue that's there. And then I probably should just make sure that the video is looking okay and not too light. No, it seems to be all right. That's good. Oh, persuade my chair back into place. Ooh, the sticky extra bit off my glue. All right, so let's take that. And this one now needs to attach into the corner here. And persuade it so it sits nicely on there. Not quite there. Oh well, that'll do. Wait. Oh, I'm getting all sticky, yucky. All right, so now you've got that and lots of glue everywhere, and I can't see my glue. There it is. One of these is actually a worthwhile investment. Sadly, Stampin' Up! Don't sell them. We used to, a long time ago. Maybe they'll bring them back with the close to my heart stuff coming over. That would be nice. All right, so we've got those. So then what you're going to do is you want to take a sort of halfway point between these. So if you can imagine, that one is going up to there, and we're going to look for about a halfway point sort of between the two. I reckon it's about there. I'm going for it. Look at that. That looks pretty good. And then, so then this piece here, what I did was I actually trimmed this off completely because we don't actually want it there. So we'll take that piece off, and that's gone. And then we're going to do the same with this piece here, that you just want to go down the halfway point on it. There we go. So then you end up with 3 pieces that look like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then, now to remember how I did it. 1, 2, 3. So then I was thinking that that could actually sit on top of that like so-ish. I'm beginning to understand why she covered up the corner slightly. There's got to be a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And that is not what I wanted to do at all. Because what I wanted was to do... Oh, I'm a Wally. Okay, let's hope that this comes off here. It's not going to. All right. Bother. All right, I was planning on swapping it over like that, and I was going to mount that one onto that. But you know what? I reckon... no, that's really disappointing, actually. Now I'm really annoyed with myself that I did that. Okay. Silly, silly, silly. You know what? I am just going to mount this one up. Ignore the fact that I mounted that one up because I actually didn't intend to do that. It was meant to be... I'm sure it was meant to be this one. Oh, can't believe I did that. All right. Well, you know, everyone makes mistakes. Let's see how we go with cutting this one out instead now. Okay, not sure whether I'm actually getting that straight or not. Let's just hold it up there. And this is the nice thing with this, is you can kind of see all the little crinkles in the ruler. You can kind of measure it up to a crinkle. And then in theory it should be straight. So I'm hoping I'm not going to cut. There we go. That's pretty good. And just going to do something similar here. Looks about right. Okay. Then what I need to do is just trim off that excess bit. Okay, I wonder if I can do that afterwards. Oh, I'm so disappointed that I'm making a bit of a hash of this. Never mind, never mind. The show must go on, as they say. Right. So we've got that, and they were supposed to go not like that. Oh, come on, Heather. Get with the program. That's it. It's meant to be that way up, but that's it. That's what I wanted to do. Like that. And then these two like that. Yes, I think it's because the paper is kind of similar that I'm actually managing to confuse myself slightly better than normal. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so then I was kind of thinking it would be kind of cool to put this underneath, or to put this maybe... Okay. let's see whether this works. All right, I'd still like to use this as my base card. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half. So I'm going to cut it in half at 10.5, and then I'm going to score it at the 14.8. So let's just move that to there, 14.8, score down there, and that will give me 2 cards that go in this direction, or this direction in my case. Nope, don't want to get rid of that just yet. I want a 14.8 by... Do I want 14.8? No, I was going to make it slightly shorter than that. Well, let's see what works. So I think that I should, yeah, I think I should be able to make it just 0.5 centimetre shorter. So 0.5 centimetre there and 0.5 centimetre there. And here we go. Right. So potentially this one could actually go either way. And what I actually want to do is I need that. Oh, maybe it'll sit under there. I need those two. The point needs to be together in order for this to work. So I'm just thinking that we might be able to, I reckon that'll work. And then that should then sit on top of that. Ooh, that's looking good. I'm quite happy with this now. Okay, even if I did do it wrong the first time round, but there we go. Now, what we'll do is we will stick this down in the corner. So remembering that we're leaving a little bit of a gap because we want it to have a little bit of a gap all the way around it. So let's go with, that's looking like the right sort of gap by the look of it, judging by my gap on this side and my gap on this side. And then these guys, I want these up on dimensionals. Am I doing this right? Hope so. Yes, I'm sure I am. Two, three, 4. Oops. 5. Uh-oh. Wow, just spread backings all over the way to the rubbish bin. I don't know that any of them actually managed to make it into the bin that time. That was clever. Okay, so we've got that one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Might go with 6 this time. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 4, 5, 6. Yay, look at that. I can get them into the bin when I try hard. All right, so then, as I say, I want it to sort of sit underneath that piece. Look at that, it worked. Woohoo! I think I should deserve a round of applause for that. And then that sits on top of there. And then we'll make up the other one, because the other one is the, oops, oh, look at that, look at me go. Come on, glue. Let's be having ya. There we go. And then I know that there's a small gap around the edge of all this. I like that. I think it's nice and bright and colourful. I like bright and colourful things at times. Other times I don't, so, you know, go figure. All right. So I cut this one down. So let's do that. We're going to cut it down to 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, which is exactly 5 millimetres less than the A5 front of the A6 front. Don't know, I'm confused. It should fit like that though, with a little gap all the way around. And then this time we're going to add these guys into the corners, and then this one up on the stilts on top. So let's go for it. Let's just persuade those corners to sit down. There's that. And oh my goodness, I have a sticky finger. Just gonna add glue around the edges there. Oops. That's looking good. Alright, just gonna rub off the excess glue off my fingers again. And then this one, oh that's right, I need to trim it off, don't I? So let's pop it onto there and then just make a quick note of where I want to trim it. Hopefully that was right. Suspect it wasn't, but we'll see. Not really. Not really at all, actually. Okay, maybe what I should just do is hold it. Come on, we can do this, Heather. Oh. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And now I have a slightly curved bit. You know what? I will find something to cover that. However, we will pop dimensionals onto the back. One, two, and let's take all those backings off. Come on, come with me. See whether I can get them all in the bin this time, shall I? Almost. One of them fell on the floor. You don't want to see my floor. Right, and then we are going to persuade that to sit like that. And that one to sit onto there. Ooh! Didn't end up making too much of a difference. It's just a bit of a nuisance that I didn't cut it right the first time. Had I done that, I wouldn't have ended up using quite so much cardstock. I wouldn't have had these two pieces spare as well if I had remembered that I only needed to do this one and then those two rather than the other way around, rather than what I actually did. All right, so there you go. So now what I'll do is I'll find something nice to put up in the corner there, as Lee Allen has done with hers, and I'm just going to quickly show you the two that I made earlier. These two are made out of retired Christmas papers, but this was my sort of like sample let's have a go at it job. And I'm quite happy with the way that they turned out. Again, I've done it in the same way that I did these ones. So these ones that are on top, which I forgot to put this one up on dimensionals, so that confuses me as well. Those two have the red behind them, and this one doesn't have the red behind it because it has the full sheet of red going behind it. And then this one is opposite. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I'll tell you what I'll do though, is I'll go over to my blog and I will write up instructions for you that hopefully will make a heap more sense. And hopefully I will have a go with, actually I might have a go with something that's a little bit more like this, that it's very separate in the design of it, whereas these ones are sort of similar-ish. And I'd still like them though. So come and join me next Saturday. Don't forget to share the love. And new catalogue. Did you realise that I don't have it in here with me? Oh, no. Where's it gone to? I had one. It's gone. Okay, excellent. There is a new catalogue online. And it should have been, I think today should be the 11th by the time this goes live. So 11 days ago, it went live. Woohoo! It's so cool. There is so much stuff. If you, no, can't think what I was going to say. Go and check out my blog. And if I remember what I was going to say, then I'll put it into that. Thanks so much for joining me. Okay, bye.